Hello, everyone. We're back to school, sort of. This is not what I had hoped for. I really hope to see everyone in person, but until we can make it back in person, I am going to still read you a story every day. So take a look, check your Google Classroom for it. Today's story is called First Day Jitters, and it's really about getting ready for the first day of school. It's not about being at school because we're not even at school. But even though we're not at school, you might have some jitters. Do you know what jitters mean? Like if you're like you're so scared that you're actually shaking. And so this story is about someone who has the first day of school jitters, just like me. But this story also has a little bit of a plot twist, a little surprise at the end. So you have to stay with me till the very end to find out what it is. First Day Jitters by Julie Danneberg, illustrated by Judy Love, and this is a Charles Bridge publication. Thank you, Charles Bridge, for letting us publish this story for our students when they can't be in the library to hear it in person. First Day Jitters. Let's see what's going on in that picture. That looks like my house. There's a cat and a dog and just crazy time. Sarah, dear, time to get out of bed, Mr. Hartwell said, poking his head through the bedroom doorway. You don't want to miss the first day at your new school, do you? What's happening here? I'm not going, said Sarah, and pulled the covers over her head. Of course you're going, honey, said Mr. Hartwell as he walked over to her window and snapped up the shade. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I don't want to start over again. I hate my new school, Sarah said. She tunneled down to the end of her bed. Oh, look at Mr. Hartwell. He's like, oh, just get out of bed, Sarah. Sarah does not want to go to school. How can you hate your new school, sweetheart? Mr. Hartwell chuckled. You've never been there before. Don't worry, you liked your old school. You'll like this one too. Besides, just think of the new friends you'll meet. That's just it. I don't know anybody, and it will be hard. And I just hate it, that's all. What will everyone think if you aren't there? We told them you were coming. They will think that I am lucky, and they will wish they were at home in bed like me. Mr. Hartwell sighed. Sarah Jane Hartwell, I'm not playing this silly game 1 second longer. I'll see you downstairs in 5 minutes. Has anybody ever had this happen at home in the morning? Sarah tumbled out of bed. She stumbled into the bathroom. She fumbled into her clothes. My head hurts, she moaned as she trudged into the kitchen. Mrs. Hartwell handed Sarah a piece of toast and her lunchbox. They walked to the car. Sarah's hands were cold and clammy. What do you think that means? Why were her hands cold and clammy? They drove down the street. She couldn't breathe. What do all those things mean? She has the jitters. She's cold and clammy. She can't breathe. What is the author telling us? How's she feeling? She's scared. And then they were there. I feel sick, Sarah said weakly. Nonsense, said Mr. Hartwell. You'll love your new school once you get started. Oh, look, there's your principal, Mrs. Burton. Sarah slumped down in her seat. Oh, Sarah, Mrs. Burton gushed, peeking into the car. There you are. Come on, I'll show you where to go. Were expecting her. She led Sarah into the building and walked quickly through the crowded hallways. Don't worry, everyone is nervous the first day, she said over her shoulder as Sarah rushed to keep up. When they got to the classroom, most of the children were already in their seats. The class looked up as Mrs. Burton cleared her throat. Class, attention please, said Mrs. Burton. When the class was quiet, she led Sarah to the front of the room and said, Class, I would like you to meet your new teacher, Mrs. Sarah Jane Hartwell. What was the surprise at the end? Did you know that was going to happen? What's the surprise? Who's Sarah Jane Hartwell? Is she a nervous student? No, she's the teacher. And you should know, teachers get just as nervous as students do on the first day of school. And sometimes even so do parents. The first day of school is hard for everyone, whether we're online, whether we're in person. So if you have the first day jitters, you're not alone. Stay tuned because I'm going to send you a story every day, and I miss you a lot, but you can catch me on YouTube. Take care and have a great first day of school.